For this week's episode of Woman Crush Wednesday, we interviewed scientist extraordinaire Rachel Harding.
We came down to the Toronto Harbourfront because she loves to go biking, so we did a lot of that today, and then we had an amazing interview, so check out right now what she had to say.
My name is Rachel Harding. I am 27 years old. I'm originally from England, but I am now working in Toronto. I am a medical research scientist, primarily working on Huntington's disease, which is a rare genetic neurodegenerative disorder. There's currently no therapies or cure, and so this gives a very poor outlook for patients who are affected. One of my new projects is called Lab Scribbles. It's a blog where I upload all my data from all of my experiments on this Huntington's disease project in real time. And the idea is that by sharing data in real time with other scientists and other interested parties, that we'll be able to create a more collaborative network of scientists working on Huntington's disease. And by doing so, we'll create a more efficient and effective scientific pathway to try and answer some of the big questions about this disease. And we hope that by doing that, then we're going to bring therapies for patients more quickly by providing better background information about the disease itself. The traditional model of doing scientific research is you do your experiments, you write it up into a story, and then you publish in an academic peer-reviewed journal. And this is all very well, but it means that a lot of the really interesting experiments which perhaps produce negative data or data that is not deemed an interesting story or super popular with the themes of today just never gets published. It will never see the light of day. And by publishing my data, publishing everything in a very honest, real-time manner, it means that we're not leaving any experiments out. And we hope that the data from these experiments, which normally would not be published, could be useful to other scientists in the field. This also means essentially what would be traditionally seen as giving away the secrets of your experiments. And so there is some sort of kickback within the community that this is a bit of a crazy idea, and why would you do this? Because it's essentially like jeopardizing your career, allowing someone to copy all your data and scoop you. But I really believe that the way that we're doing the work and we're generating this network of scientists, that we will be able to do things faster and better than other people in a way that is sharing and bringing about a faster progression of answering these big questions. So I've been extremely fortunate to have a large number of female role models throughout my life, starting with my mom, who's super amazing, but also attending an all-women's college at Oxford, being supervised by female senior scientists, being surrounded by a lot of very inspiring women. And a common theme for all these women is that they work really hard, but they also complete the other roles in their life outside of their work extremely well. I think one of the key personal qualities in all of these women is their level of confidence and self-belief, and even when they're put in difficult positions, whether work or home-wise, all of them are being very, very confident people and have believed in themselves to pull themselves through it. So the confidence and self-belief in these female role models that I've had throughout my life is definitely something that I would like to emulate. I would say that I think a lot of women make choices to make other people happy, but they don't always make choices to make themselves happy. And I think that is something that more women should do. There's too many women who are all about pleasing other people and not thinking of their own happiness. So in that sense, I would say that happiness is a choice for women. If I could tell my younger teenage self something, give myself some advice, it would definitely be to just not worry about things quite as much and just to get on with what you enjoy. And yeah, just don't worry about what people think, and don't worry about taking risks, and just go for it.
Thanks so much for tuning into this week's episode of Women Crush Wednesday.
If you want to learn more about what Rachel does, check out the links below and look her up. Really interesting lady.